So today we're talking about pricing, but stay tuned till the end. We're gonna drop something on you that we know you're gonna love, something we've been working really hard on. So let's get into it. Unless you've been living in a cave for the last couple of years, it's no surprise that everything has gone through the roof, and trucks and trucking industry is no exception. Truck prices are through the roof, repairs are through the roof, parts are through the roof. Parts are hard to find. We're getting tons of calls. Hey, why are your trucks so expensive? I called you 2 years ago, a year ago, and your deposits were half the amount. What's going on? Why is this happening? Well, hang on. We're not just, hey, raising our prices to make more money. It's harder to get trucks. Demand has never been higher, and supply has never been lower. I'll tell you what though, it may be a little harder and more expensive to get into a truck today, but we're hearing some unbelievable stories from the road, and really what it sounds like is freight is through the roof. Now Louis can talk to us a little bit more about that and explain how, even though there is more money to get into the trucking industry as a barrier to entry, that once you're on the road and rolling, it sounds like they're doing really, really well.
Yeah, that's right, Matt. The silver lining here, guys, is that there is more money to make here. And the reality is that you have a higher potential. You still need to be able to manage your costs. You still need to pay attention to all your operating expenses. Most of your variable costs are the biggest thing to have to pay attention to. And the largest fixed cost that you're gonna have is your insurance and your actual truck payments, which you mentioned before, right? So no one should be a stranger to this because you can look up the information yourself, but freight rates are up. If you kind of look at that, let's take an example. You take refrigerated freight. If you're hauling refrigerated freight off the West Coast or somewhere in the Midwest, you're talking about rates right now that are around $3.80 a mile, which is rates that we have never seen before, right? Well, if you take that and you look at it from last year, it's up 30%. So if you take that 30%, let's just say it translates to approximately 80 cents a mile. 80 cents a mile, the average driver actually drives 100,000 miles a year, if not more. And at 100,000 a mile, that means you have an extra $80,000 of gross proceeds that are in your pocket to continue to pay your expenses and to continue to earn money. That is the goal. And at the end of the day, I talk to customers all the time who actually have told us 2 months in, 3 months in, some of them have already earned $250,000 in gross proceeds from freight. That's 3 months. That's the thing, is that once you're kind of in that position and you've already been earning it, you realize quickly that you can overcome that. And the prices that are being charged, it's a fixed cost. It's one time, and it does not outweigh the earning potential that you have on the truck.
Correct, and that's the point we're trying to make, right? We get it. Our customers, our future wanting to be customers are frustrated because prices are so high. They're market rates. What's going on though, if you can get into a truck and get rolling, is exactly what Louis says. The potential is endless. You couldn't make money like that a year, 2, 3 years ago. You just wouldn't. So and to trade that off for a low deposit today and have that low paying freight, it wouldn't be worth your time. So we get it. We want to keep our prices as low as possible, and we're working hard every day to go out there and find the best quality used trucks at the best price and pass it on to you. But don't be afraid to jump into it. If this is what you're doing, don't wait for the market to turn or say, hey, I'll wait, for prices to get cheaper, because you know what's going to happen? The market rate will move with that, right?
Because supply is going to wind up going up, right? So that's the point. If you said, oh, is that an anomaly? No, it's not. There's not a ton of trucks out there, which is why the prices are higher, but the demand is still there. Shippers are still moving product. The economy is still doing well overall. So if you get in the truck today, you will have the potential to earn that money. You just need to manage your business properly.
It's pretty amazing, and like we said, it's almost unprecedented. So I'm sure you guys have a lot of questions. Maybe it could be a little bit overwhelming or confusing. Please leave a comment, definitely subscribe, tell your friends. We'd love to communicate, give you our opinion in more detail, and we'd love to hear from you guys what you guys are seeing.
All right, everyone, I know we promised you something at the beginning, and now we have something to talk to you about that we're very excited. Matt, can you kind of cover it for us?
Absolutely. So we understand the importance of education. You have to have an education before you start your business. There's too many things to know. You don't want to just go in blind and figure it out. So we teamed up with an incredible company called 7 Day Owner Operator. The link's below. 7 Day Owner Operator is an online education portal that gives you everything you need to succeed in the trucking business. I am on there talking about amazing topics, everywhere from insurance to how to file claims. Louis, I think you're in there talking about some pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, I try to cover things for the guys who are looking to get started to get their authority, getting going, forming their entities, answering your tax questions, to even the stuff that everyone should care about, whether you're just getting into it or if you've already been on the road. Where do I find freight? How do I read the load boards? How do I negotiate with brokers? These are all extremely critical things, whether you're starting up or you're already on the road, that you need to know, that we can provide you that information.
And here's the best part. You all know Steve from our videos. Steve has his own module there where he does these incredible videos that are hands-on mechanic breakdowns, how to avoid them, how to fix things, how to keep money in your pocket. And like Louis said, we have a freight expert on there who's gonna help you negotiate loads, pick apart load boards. It's endless. You guys gotta check it out. You can't afford to miss it. We mean that. 7-day owner operator. We'll see you on the next video.